Hello TMM, I am Dr. Vandana Sharma and I am working as chairperson for Mata Bhagwanti Chidhaniketan, which is flagship CSR project for Ponte Chidda Foundation. We realized much later and I was informed that what we are doing is called CSR because CSR Act came into effect in 2014 and we started this school in 1999. So we were not doing this out of mandate or because it's a CSR activity. It was genuinely voluntarily started because our trustees and family of trustees believed in humanity and they wanted to give back to the society, and they truly believed that every child with disability should be nurtured and given a life with dignity. So we started because it was needed, it was required, and we believed in this thinking that every child needs to be nurtured. So when we started with 20 kids with different disabilities, and right now, after 26 years, we have almost 500 students with different disabilities, and more than 1500 students are waiting for admission in the same facility. Now we have dedicated sections for each disability. We have a center for autism, we have a center for deaf, we have center for multiple disabilities, we have a center for intellectual challenges, we have a center for multiple disabilities. So we have professionals who are experienced, trained and dedicated to each department, and we have a very dedicated team of rehabilitation professionals working for these children. And of course, it's a teamwork. We also work with parents. We work to empower parents. We invite parents to be a member of our team as rehabilitation professionals, and our trained rehabilitation professionals, maybe even support staff, teachers, HODs. 50% of our rehabilitation professionals are parents of special needs children, though they are professionally trained and recognized by Rehabilitation Council of India. But we prefer to have parents with us as professionals because they have a different level of dedication and passion to connect with children, and they can be an asset to the school and the rehabilitation professionals force to achieve our goals. So yes, we have seen changes in attitudes of society, of parents or siblings or community towards children with special needs. When we started, it was only sympathy for children, and in the community, there was very less acceptance, very less awareness, I should say. And wherever disability was coming, the word disability comes, it was just charity. So we have come from the charity approach towards the rightful approach. Now we can say that service or accessibility or attitude, positive attitude towards children with special needs or in general disabilities, it's their right. It's not charity anymore. And within the family, for parents also, they are accepting things. They are much more aware about their needs and disabilities, and they are not scared anymore about the attitudinal barriers in the community or the society has for these children. We strongly feel that we have a long way to go, and we have to be aware. We have to make our society and community aware of their needs, their rights, and we have to be very inclusive whenever their accessibility and acceptance needs comes. So there are so many attitudinal barriers right now, but I have experienced that people want to come forward to support them, to understand them, to help them, but they don't know how to do that. We as professionals can help them, and we can hold their hands and we can guide them how to help them, how to accept them, how to include them in their workforce or in their family or in their community, how to become friends with them. So it will be a better inclusive community to live with. whatever we believe about disability and inclusive societies, it is not limited to MBCN or Ponte Jeddah Foundation only. As parent company, Wave Group and entire team believes in that thought. They are into real estate and we are building communities. So we are trying hard to make inclusive communities and inclusive public and private spaces. So whatever we are making, we are trying 100% that it should be accessible for all. I think there is some, I mean, universal power helping us to find right people, and we have a wonderful team of rehabilitation professionals and parents. Rehabilitation professionals include special educators, speech therapists, physiotherapists, occupational therapists, psychologists, and even support staff. So I think we have right bunch of people who are very passionate about their work, and they adapt to the culture of the school very easily when motivated and trained enough to do so. And we want them to see potential before they see challenges in students. When children are coming here, we only focus on their abilities left after the disability. So we don't focus on what the child cannot do. We focus on whatever ability is left and what the child can do. We should use 100% of their abilities to make them maximum independent for their personal needs, and if they are trainable, we can train them for social skills, communication skills, life skills, so that they are least dependent for anything in their life. So in MBCN, as a special school, unlike regular schools, we don't have a set curriculum for all, which can fit for all students. If I have 500 students, I have to have 500 curriculum, which is customized, tailor-made, individualized educational program for each child, because each child's need is unique. We need to address their strengths and weaknesses according to their educational, social, and economical background and the potential the child has for achieving long-term goals. So we start from their life skill activities, daily living activities. So their curriculum consists of their fine motor skills, gross motor skills, life skills like daily living activities. I mean, dressing and undressing, toilet training, mealtime activities is part of their curriculum. Academic is very small part of their curriculum. Entire curriculum is for overall holistic development of the child. It will include the social skills, communication skills, receptive language, expressive language, even the behavioral issues and the therapeutic needs of the child. Everything is taken into consideration for the holistic development of the child. And after that, after achieving those primary goals, we can go for academic skills or pre-academic skills or functional academic skills according to the child's ability. And when the saturation comes for academic or pre-academic or functional academic goals are achieved, then we go to vocational skills. So we empower children to attain some vocational skills, some work behavior, so that any repetitive kind of work can be done, because vocational skills are not only required to get employment or to be financially independent. When they are becoming adults, they have physical energy. I'm talking about children with intellectual needs or children with hearing impairment. Their physical energy needs to be channelized in a very constructive way. If we are not doing that, that energy can be used for destruction or in negative things to be involved. So engagement and productivity is their right and very important for their personality development. They need a structure, they need a routine, and they need to be productive. Whatever their ability is, we should use that and we should make them productive. So we take them for vocational training, and if they are eligible or they are comfortable for open employment opportunities, we also try to mapping jobs, suitable jobs for them, and we do open employment placement also. And we have a sheltered workshop where they are involved in production we give them some repetitive type of work, and they are getting paid for it. So whatever the child or young adult or adults need is, we are addressing to them and trying to make them financially independent and engaged and productive as well. And very recently, we have launched a different vertical of Pondicherry Foundation, which is called Ability Connect, where we are not limiting our efforts to students of MBCN only. We are open for all persons with disabilities. This Ability Connect project is for connecting persons with disability to their suitable job opportunities. So we are registering companies, maybe manufacturing units, maybe hospitality, maybe corporate, some factories, and we are registering potential employable persons with disability candidates. So we are doing job mapping here, and we are doing candidate mapping, and we are connecting them for suitable job opportunities. So we are trying hard to convince people to have diverse workforce, inclusive workforce, include persons with disabilities wherever they can be useful and productive, so that they can lead their life with dignity, with financial independence. We provide all the required therapies here, which include special education, speech therapy, occupational therapy, physiotherapy, psychological interventions, behavior management therapy, and we have dedicated departments for each disability, where we have special educators for dedicated or trained or experienced for that particular disability, and above all HODs who are much more experienced to empower parents and their team of special educators. And in the Center for Deaf, we have interpreters and teachers here, and we use Indian Sign Language as a medium of instruction, and they are studying beautifully through National Open School Program, and they are studying till standard 12th, and after that many of our ex-students are joining universities for their further studies. So Vakya is an app which we have created for our students few years back, and it's available in any app store free of cost. Anybody can use it. It is for people or children who are non-verbal for some reason and they want to speak, and it gives them voice actually. And the beauty of this app is it's customizable. The pictures used in it can be uploaded by anyone according to the user's need, and the voice used is recorded by the user's family or teachers. So because it is recorded, it can be used for any language. So it doesn't has any language barrier as well. We want everybody who needs it to use it. It's available free of cost online. Thank you TMM for letting us share our experiences and our views on disability or inclusion or accessibility. And we want through your channel or through different voices to reach out more and more people. Whatever is being done is for humanity, for inclusivity, for inclusive society, and inclusive society will be better if everyone is thinking about this. So we need to, reach out more and more people. We want people to be aware of issues with disabilities, rights of disabilities, and whatever we are doing with so much love, and we want everyone to hold our hands, to be on board, and to be included with the team for this mission.